Fish will spawn heavily on what moon at what water temperature? Y'all gonna all get this one right, I bet. At what moon and at what water temperature? I'm not talking about the month, the moon. Okay. Good morning, guys and girls. March 23. March 23, reading from Romans 7:19. Reading Catch a Better Life book. This book you can get at jimmyhouston.com. Give us a call, area code 918-457-5115, or go to jimmyhouston.com. If you want the book signed and autographed and personalized, let us know that when you order. Romans 7:19 says, "The good I will to do, I do not do, but the evil I will not to do, that I practice." That I practice. The evil that I will not to do, that I practice. Sometimes fishing information from other fishermen can really help. But at times, it can just add confusion. I may know from my experience and my knowledge and what the water and everything is doing that a spinnerbait or a jig should be the best in a particular fishing situation. But someone else tells me that he or she is catching fish on, say, a crankbait. That clouds my mind. It clouds my mind. And the internal conflict often has me fishing the wrong way. The wrong way. In today's verse, Paul had a conflict too. He was fighting the battle of his flesh, controlled by sin and controlled by the devil. And his heart, his soul, and his mind were controlled by the laws of God. So the good that I will to do, that I want to do, I don't. And the evil that I don't want to do, that's what I do. If Paul, who wrote the majority of the New Testament, if Paul had this problem, you can better bet you and I are going to have it also. We are going to have it also. Like Paul, we are carnal. We are weak in the flesh. And yes, we will fail. We will fail at times. But Jesus Christ has paid for those sins as well as all the other sins that we've committed. So if you've committed sins of the flesh, Jesus paid for those, just like he paid for the other sins that you committed. His grace is greater than all our sins, whatever they may be. That's a good one right there. It's a sin that many Christians have committed, sins of the flesh. Sins of the flesh. The good that I will to do, I don't do. But the evil that I will not to do, that's what I practice. And that was Paul that said that. Here's our tip for today. The fish will spawn heavily on a new moon at water temps above 60 degrees. Actually, 58 degrees is kind of magic, but at 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what you want to kind of look for. A new moon. Now, they spawn on a full moon really well, but a really heavy spawn usually happens on the new moon. We just had a big March full moon here. The water's not quite warm enough. We got a new moon that's going to come up, obviously, here pretty soon. And the water temperature is going to ease on up there, and that spawn will probably be late March, early April. You move a little further down in Texas, the biggest, heaviest things happen in March. Move further south, a lot of that happens in February. So a new moon with water temperature 58, 60 degrees. It's going to be a heavy spawn. Look in the areas where they might be spawning. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.